right, so boys and girls, we're on the last lesson of our chapter 2 book. It's called Compare by Counting Sets of 5. So we're comparing two different groups, two sets.
How can you use a counting strategy to compare sets of objects?
Hi! Look at this! The hens have laid more eggs. Both of the nests have some eggs. Click on the nest to count the eggs. Let's see. This first nest has 1, 2, 3, 4 eggs. And this nest has 1, 2, 3 eggs. But which nest has a number of eggs that is less than the other? I think we have to compare the number of eggs. Let's go find out how to do
There's 4 eggs.
I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna share it again.
Miss Cat.
Let me know. Can you see it now, Dominic?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for letting me know.
Let's compare the number of animals in two sets. Start by clicking these cows to count them and find out how many are in this first set. 1, 2, 3, 4. Since you counted 4 cows in this set, you can use the number 4 to show the number of cows. Now, try finding out how many animals are in this set of roosters. Click them to start counting. 1, 2. This time you counted 2 roosters in the set. That means you can use the number 2 to show the number of roosters. So you counted 4 cows and 2 roosters. Now let's compare the numbers. The number of cows is greater than the number of roosters. That means 4 is greater than 2. The number of roosters is less than the number of cows, so 2 is less than 4. Let's count to compare some numbers. How many sheep are in this set? Click them to start counting. 1, 2, 3. So you can use the number 3 to show how many sheep are in this set. Now click these turtles to count how many there are in this set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can now use the number 5 to show how many turtles are in this set. When you count these two different sets, there are 3 sheep and 5 turtles. Now compare the numbers. Which number is greater?
So you have to look at both groups. So first, we counted 3 sheep.
Miss Castro, we can't hear you. Your voice is very staticky.
So who can answer the question? Let's see. Jaden has his hand up. Jaden, which number? I'm sorry. It's probably, I was asking which number should I touch? Should it be 3 or should it be 5? And I had clicked
And
on Jaden because I saw Jaden had his hand up.
Koi is Leo.
Which number should I touch, Jaden? 3 or 5?
Koi.
5? Okay, let's see. Very
Good job! 5 turtles is more than 3 sheep.
I'm sorry, boys and girls for the connection. I'm still in my car. I have to be here until 10 o'clock. Otherwise, I get a ticket. But I'm making it work here. And we're going to work now from our books. I'm going to open up the presentation so I can show you. So we're at the very end of our chapter 2 books. So we're working on page 105. 105. Okay. So Miss Kasha is going to share her whiteboard. What we're going to do is we're going to count and label the cows first. So I'm just going to draw some black circles, and those will be my cows. All right, so for the cows, I'm now going to count and label how many cows we have. So let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm stopping at the number 5 because 5 is the number of cows that I counted. Okay. So now we're going to go back and we're going to write the number of cows that we have. So for the cows on the line, since 5 is the last number that we wrote, 5 is the number that we write on the line. So everyone's going to write the number 5 on the line. Now I'm going to do the chickens. Whoops. All right. Gotta make circles. Okay, so these are my chickens. All right, so now I'm gonna count and label these chickens. 1, 2, 3. So I'm stopping at 3 because 3 is the amount of chickens that I counted. So on the line, I'm going to write the number 3. Okay. Going back to the presentation. So looking at the instructions, it's asking which number is greater and which number is less. So boys and girls, remember, the number that's greater is the number that's bigger, the bigger number. The number that's less is the number that's smaller. So the greater number here, as you can see just by looking at the cows, we have 5 cows. So 5 is the greater number, it has more. And then the chickens, we only have 3 chickens. So 3 is less than 5. So when we're comparing 2 sets, we're looking to see which number is greater and which number is smaller. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next page, we're going to count and label the sheep. Then we're going to count and label the turtles. For this page, we're going to compare the numbers and we're going to see which one is greater. So I'm going to go back to my whiteboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to bother trying to draw the circles. I don't want to waste time. So the number of sheep that we had we're just gonna label them. So we label one sheep. Okay. So those are the sheep that we counted. 2 sheep. Yes, Andrew, go ahead.
Are you going to log off soon?
Once we finish with math, Andrew, we will log off. Right now, I'm not too worried about logging off because we're just getting into our math lesson. And the reason why we're doing math is because this is what's going to help you with your Google Classroom assignment. So try to stay focused, Andrew, because this is what you need to learn so that way you know what to do for tonight's assignment, okay? All right, so we have 2 sheep. Now we're going to label the turtles. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So 2 sheep, 3 turtles. So boys and girls, what you're going to do is the line that's next to the sheep, you're going to write the number 2 because 2 is what we counted for the sheep. And the line that's next to the turtles, you're going to write the number 3 because 3 is what we counted for the turtles. Now, we have to figure out which number is greater. Is 2 greater or 3 greater? Who wants to help Miss Castro out with this one? Which number is greater? Noah, go ahead. Which number is the bigger number? 3. Very good job, Noah. So what we're going to do, we're going to circle the number 3 that we wrote on the line to show that is the greater number. All right. Next, we're going to do the chicks and the turkey. So I'm going to go back to my whiteboard. That was great, Noah. Now we're going to move on to the next one. Chicks and turkeys. All right, so the chicks, we're going to label them. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 3 is the number of chicks that I counted. So on the line, boys and girls, I'm going to write the number 3. Then we have to do the turkey. So for the turkey, I'm only counting 1 turkey. So we have 3 chicks, 1 turkey. Which number is the greater number? Which is the bigger number? Is 3 bigger or is 1 bigger? Who can help Miss Castro out? Scarlett, go ahead. Which number do I circle?
3.
Very good, Scarlett. Excellent job. So boys and girls, we're going to circle 3 because 3 is the greater number. 3 is bigger than 1. 1 is smaller, it's less. All right, next. Number 3. We're going to count and label the next set of animals. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm stopping at 5 because 5 is the last number that I counted. So on the line, boys and girls, we're going to write the number 5. Now the next set of animals, the dogs. We're going to label them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm stopping at 4 because 4 is the last number that I counted. So I'm going to write the number 4 on the line. So I have 5 in one group, 4 in the other. Who can help Miss Castro figure out which number is greater? Is it 5 greater or is 4 greater? Riley, I thought I saw your hand up. Do you want to answer that question?
Yes.
Go ahead, Riley.
5.
Good job, Riley. Excellent job. So 5 is greater than 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to circle the number 5 because 5 is more than 4. It's greater. All right. So now for the next page, boys and girls. This time, they do not want the greater number. Okay? This time, they want to know which number is less. So that's a smaller number. Okay? So now we're looking for the smaller number. All right, so let's count and label the horse. Ready? 1. That's it. We just have one horse. So on the line, we're going to write the number 1. Now the ducks. We have 1, 2. I labeled 2 ducks. So on the line, we're going to write the number 2. Okay, so now listen very carefully. We're looking for the smaller number. So the smaller number is a number that's less. Less. So let's look at the picture of your books because this time we're on page 107. So for page 107, we labeled the horse and the ducks. So now, if we label the horse and the ducks, we need to figure out which one has less. That's the smaller number. Who wants to help Miss Castro out? Which one's the less number? Let's see. Alina, go ahead. Which number do we circle? 1 or 2?
1.
Very good, Alina. Very proud of you, Mama. So boys and girls, we're going to circle the number 1. So this page, boys and girls, we're focusing on the number that's less. The less number is a smaller number, okay? We're going to go on to the next problem. We'll be done in 3 minutes. Let's count and label the cats. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 is the last number that I counted. On the line, I'm going to write the number 5. Okay, so that's for the cats. Now the owls. 1, 2, 3, 4. I counted and labeled 4 owls. So on the line, I'm going to write the number 4. So now we have 5 and 4. Which number is less? That's the smaller number. Look for the group that has less. It's a small number. Skyla, do you want to help me out? Go ahead, Skyla.
4.
Very good, Skyla. So boys and girls, we're going to circle the number 4. 4 is less than 5. That's not the best circle, but Miss Castro tried her best. All right, last problem, and we are done. First set of animals, let's count and label. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the last number that I counted, so on the line, I'm going to write the number 3. And then the mice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I counted and labeled 5 mice. So on the line, I'm going to write the number 5. Who would like to help Miss Castro figure out which number is less? Is 3 smaller or is 5? Dylan, I love how you're raising your hand, Dylan. Help us out. Which number is less, Dylan? What number do I circle? Do I circle 3 or should I circle 5? Okay, Dylan's having a little bit of trouble trying to unmute himself. It's okay, Dylan. I know today's your second time being online with us. It's okay. Oh, there we go, Dylan. Say it again louder. Okay, let me see. Nashla, what number is less, 3 or 5? The smaller number.
3.
3. Good job, Nashla. Thank you for helping out Dylan. It's okay, Dylan. Don't worry, puppy. All right, so 3 is the less number. So we're going to circle the number 3. Okay? And we're done. I'm just going to go over with you, boys and girls, what you have for today. And then we are good. So for your Google Classroom assignment, you're working on pages 109 and 110. 109 and 110. So the instructions are down there at the bottom. It will ask you which number is greater and which number is less. Okay? So 109 and 110 are the pages for tonight's math Google assignment.